All right, it's on. Me versus the bedroom slide. We'll see who wins, because this bedroom slide has not been working right. My first problem with the bedroom slide started about a year ago when my dad and I were on our way home from Florida, stopped at an overnight truck stop, put the slides out. We had a nice little spot area over in the RV section, put the slides out. And in the morning when I went to put the slide in, the slide came about halfway in and stopped working completely. Nothing happened when I pushed the button. I had no idea what to do, so I called a local RV repair shop to see what they could do, and the guy there told me, I don't know what to do with those electric bedroom slides. So I was kind of on my own at that point. Luckily, I could look in between the slide out and I saw that this is what happened. The wires had actually fallen off the motor. As you can see from this picture here, up top on the motor, there are two bare wires. Down below there are two pink wire nuts just sitting there on the floor. And then right above that are two more bare wires. So what I ended up doing with that was I was able to take everything apart at that time, put the wire nuts back on, and I taped the living daylights out of it so that those wire nuts would never fall off again. But now I'm having a little bit of a different problem. Let me explain. So for some reason, the bedroom slide won't slide all the way closed. When I push the button, it stops about halfway in, and I'm getting ready to get in here and see what's going on. So I thought I'd take you along with me to show you, if you've never seen how these bedroom slides work, to show you the inner workings of them and how I get in there and fix it. But let me show you how I get to where the slide out comes in. Now this is an electric slide out, and it works on cables. So one good thing is that I have an air mattress on the bed. It's a one of those Sleep Number mattresses, which makes it much lighter to lift up. So let me show you how I get here under the bed to the slide out mechanism. I'm thinking that it might be a piece of carpet that is getting stuck, that it's rolling up over. So let's see if that's what it is. Mattress is just kind of smushed up against the ceiling there. I actually have a queen, because I had a queen size before I moved in here. It's a queen size mattress on a king size platform. So these little wooden ends can be very pointy when you jam your legs into them. So I put little foam pieces on them. Now in order to get to underneath of here, I need to take these hinges halfway off. I have to take these two screws out so that I can pick this piece of wood up. Let me go ahead and do that. Oh, it's hot in here. Let me turn some more lights on so you can see. So I took these screws out here just so I could get this piece of wood up. And now I'm going to, let's see if I can set the camera down. I know this is never easy, right? So I can pick this piece of wood up from this side. There we go. All right. Now the other thing that I've been wanting to do anyway is actually take these things off. So I'm going to do that. Now I can set this up and leave it sitting there, but I do want to take these struts off because they don't allow me to open the bed up high enough to actually get anything out of there, and being that it's an air mattress, I can lift it up pretty easily. All I keep in here really anyway, because it's hard to get into, is my little suitcase that I never use unless I'm going somewhere. So, I'll show you what we got here. There's the storage unit, the storage area under the bed. And this, well, it used to be nailed on there, of course, but I've been under there several times. That is the mechanism and the motor that works the slide out. That little round cylinder is actually the motor that makes the chains go back and forth, that moves the slide out in and out, and this is the only way to access it. So I have the slide out all the way out now, and I'm pretty close to the motor here. And that's the motor, and there are the wires. You can see the chain on the left side. It's a little loose, and the chain on the right side seems to be tight right now. And there's the two wires that actually came off when the wire nuts fell off and made my slide stop. So I actually stripped the wires a little bit more so I could get a little more bare wire nutted them together really tight, and put a lot of tape around it so it would never fall off again. Oh, this is fun. So I want to pull this piece up to see if there's anything wrong with the carpeting. Wanted to see if the floor was buckled. Let me go ahead and pull this up. It's only stapled in there. What the hell? It's not going anywhere. Unless I take it somewhere. Sorry. Alright, so. Sorry about that. The video gets a little shaky here. I had to stop it and actually come back and re-record over it. But what I was looking for was to see if the carpet was buckled or if there was anything in there that was catching these little rollers and making them not roll over very smoothly to see what was happening. And guess what I found? A bunch of junk. So just an idea of some of the junk that's underneath that was on the carpeting that these rollers are supposed to be rolling smoothly across. That was never cleaned up when the RV was put together. And so what I'm going to do now is I took everything out. I'm going to try and get the slide in and out and see how the rollers are working. Okay, go ahead. Stop. Let me take a look at what we've got. This is sliding pretty easy right now. This is sort of loose. This is sort of loose. Nothing's real super loose. Everything is good. Okay?
Again?
Yep. Bring it in. So this is where the slide out has been stopping about halfway in from bringing it out. It just stopped by itself. So let's see what's going on underneath of here. Hold on. The hell? What the hell? Oh. Well, it seems I found the problem. Those two little, I don't know, maybe you could call them a cam or something like that. They have actually, one of them has rotated a little bit and they've locked together, which has stopped the chains from moving and stopped the slide from coming further in. If you go up and look a little further, you can see right here that one of the cables has actually snapped off of the cam. It should be on the top part of that green end cam. So I'm going to have the slide out moved out a little bit more, and then we'll look and see what happened to it. So you can see there's a wire coming out of the bottom of the end cam and none coming out of the top, and that's up there at the top, and it has actually snapped right off. So I'm going to try to grab that wire with a pair of vice grips and pull it forward. So, sorry about the shaky video. I was able to get the vice grips on this and pull this wire back a little bit. And I should be able to run it back into there. Piece that was sheared off. So it was sheared off here. And if I could just take this little thing off of there, then I can put this on the little piece that's through here. Can't get both my hands in there. You know, I'm tiny, but this is very difficult. I can't get it's been bent. It's bent. All right, let's do it. I was really hoping that this would be an easy fix, but as it turned out, it wasn't. That little cam right there that I'm putting it back in right now, was mangled to the point where the two cables would not fit back in there, would not line up to fit back in there. So I had to take it all apart, take it out, and bend it back so that the cable bolts would fit in there properly. I've gotten them in there now, put them together, screwed them in tight, and now I am working to put it back together and hook everything back up and see if it works properly. So now that I have everything hooked up again, I've got the slide moving. Sorry about the shaky video, but you can see that those two cams which are attached to those chains are now moving freely past each other, and everything seems to be okay. A few more adjustments and we're good. Okay, so I have to say I had to step away from that for a couple of days before I finally finished it and closed the slide to come out and stay at a house to take care of a house for a friend of mine. So I got the slide working. Those two mechanisms are now passing each other freely. I don't know how long that's going to last. If you have any knowledge of working with slides like this or these chains or wires, sometimes they're loose, sometimes they're tight. I don't really know how to tighten them up. I just know how to try to make it work. I did my best to do that and fix it. At least I got it working again without having to, pay a repairman for a lot of money. It was a sort of a simple fix, but turned out to take the whole entire day because I had to do some modifications to that little clamp thing that held the wires and the chain. So that's done. I hope it gave you some insight into how the slide works if you ever have problems, and gives you a little confidence so that you can get in there and take a look at it if anything's wrong with your slide. Keep our fingers crossed that it's going to work for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And hey, if you like this, subscribe, because I'm getting ready to go on some trips. I'm getting ready to go camping on the motorcycle with the dogs to Assateague Island. And if you've ever read the book or heard of the book Misty of Chincoteague, Chincoteague is right next to Assateague. There are wild ponies there. It's a really cool place. I've never been camping there, so I can't wait to see it. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be posting some videos from there, and we'll see how Tigger and Roo like the ponies. Thanks so much. Have a great day. This is Melissa wishing you blue skies, smooth roads, and safe travels. Bye for now.